bow form wind, section 6. So section 5 just finished with me doing a spin and scan, pointed south. Pretty much all of section 6 moves south. So for purposes of teaching this easier, I'm pretending now that I just finished section 5 and this is my south. This is the way I'm pointing here. From that spin and scan finish that you just had at the end of section 5, footwork wise, all that's getting ready to happen is I'm going to step forward with my right foot and spin on that to land in a front stance with my left foot in front. Simple enough. You've done that enough in different parts of this form and other forms too. That's not the challenging part. The challenging part is the different levels we're going to go to as we do that step and that spin. From here, I start off by going above my head with that helicopter move. I'm not turning it into a full helicopter strike or I'm going to come out and hit somebody with it, but I start with an above the head spin like the helicopter does. So that starts as I step forward. Step and here. Well, remember how to do the helicopter. I've got the circle going above my head. When this palm points toward me or behind me, then that's when my other hand comes up and grabs, also palm pointed behind me. I'll let go with my right hand, left hand takes over. From there, I'm going to turn it into a back pass. So I'll finish that circle the same direction that helicopter spin, the blade was spinning here for a helicopter rotor, right? Then I'll bring that thumb down and the staff comes behind my back. Left thumb pointed toward my right shoulder over here. That's when this other hand will come up here, thumbs pointed toward each other, and my left hand will let go so my right hand finishes the job. All of that's happening while I'm doing this step spin. So it's helicopter up, back pass, right hand has it down, left hand comes around to grab as I finish this spin and land in my front stance with a side strike, a right side strike. From here, one more movement and I'll go back to the beginning and do it a little quicker. The next part here has my right foot, it's just shifting the front stance from facing the front to kind of pointed backwards here as I do a low block and a low thrust. But for me it's easier and it kind of makes a little bit more sense to move my right foot onto a straight line with my left so that I can push that left hand forward, do my low block across my body, pull it up and low thrust down in front. That just makes it easier for me instead of keeping everything kind of sideways and all that and doing it. So from the start of section 6, I just finished that spin and scan at the end of section 5. Helicopter up, back pass, grab with the left hand, boom, finish that spin with a side strike. Right foot shifts over to a straight line, and my front stance then the toes will kind of point, if this is south, then they'll point northwest, but I'm still looking south as I do this. Drag that left hand across your body in front for a low lock, then low thrust. From here, the next move, we've done one similar to this earlier in the form. We did a stick block and had it supported with that right foot underneath it, the ball of the foot up there, in case somebody hit that into the stick extra hard, that foot was there to support. This is the exact same thing, but a little different. Instead of the same side foot being out there, I'm going across my body and it's my opposite foot. That's what's kind of weird. So from the low thrust here, left foot's going to stay in front and that's the foot that's going to come up to support the staff. But I'm going to switch my hands here, push the right one out in front like it was earlier. It was my right hand that was on bottom earlier, but it was just my right leg that was supporting it. That's what made it kind of easier to do. Here, I'm pushing that right hand out in front, and my left foot is the one that comes up to support that end of it. That's what's a little bit different about it. Some people may have trouble shifting their weight back and just coming straight up onto that. If you need to at first, reshift your weight first, and then you'll pull that left foot in a little bit, that makes it easier, and then come up and do it. But I would like, by testing time, and by the time you perform this in front of students or at a demonstration, I'd like for it to look, boom, as one motion to get from the previous move into this move. Then, I'll land that foot in front in a front stance, my left foot in front, and I'll draw my hands a little closer together toward the center of the staff here. I'll make a forward figure 8 with both hands still on the staff. And I'll end it at my left hip, okay? So that's kind of a wind-up. It's not anything, a little bit distraction, but mainly a wind-up to get my hip, get the staff over here by my left hip, so that as I step forward now with my right foot into a front stance, boom, I've got a side strike. A left side strike in a right front stance. It's a little bit weird, kind of opposites going on. And then I'll do one more step forward, boom, right side strike in a left front stance. You're almost to the end of it, so let's review that much right there. There's one more move, it's just another spin and scan, simple enough for you to get, but I just want to make sure you kind of feel comfortable from here to there. From the original spin and scan, helicopter up high as you step that right foot forward. Helicopter up high, back pass. Continue your spin and that left hand comes around and grabs it for a side strike, right side strike. Shift that right foot over to a straight line, push that left hand out and down, low block across your body, low thrust. Pull that left leg up, supported stick block, draw those hands in, wind up on that forward figure 8, boom, 1, boom, 2, side strikes. I'm aiming for rib level. From here, like I said, the last move that finishes it is another spin and scan. So just like we did earlier, staff's going to come above my head. I'm going to treat it like I'm doing a reverse strike, but I'm going to let go with that left hand. I'm going to spin along that left foot here in front of me. Boom, turn around facing north. And again, that's the same back stance I had before. Left hand's out in front. Staff is behind me at an angle that kind of correlates with what my arm is doing, not coming down here, not different than my arm or anything. It all kind of goes along with where my arm is pointed, so it hides behind me. To show you that from a different perspective, let's say we're starting over here, and this is my south now. So I'm starting section 6 from here. Step forward, helicopter, back pass, into a side strike. Shift that right foot over, low block, low thrust, supported stick block, that kind of inverted one we were doing. Hands will come in, forward figure 8, 1, 2, side strikes, spin and scan again. That finishes section 6.